Hello, everyone. Good evening, and the preludes to another season, season 29 of FM. Goodness
Microphone
me,
muted.
it does surprise me every day when I see the site that is still going so strong this long into Haxball's existence. Testament to the quality of the league, I suppose. Pre-season cup final. I'm sure we're all eager to see where the teams lie before the start of a new league campaign. A bit of an interesting one. We might have expected Slappers to get to the final, but they were beaten by one of these teams, fourth Echelon, Hulk's team, who got promoted last season, finishing second in Group 2A of the second division. So if they can get this prize here, they've already set down a marker for how good they are in the league to follow. Certainly will be a good show of intent. They're up against Smokin Aces, who are in the black. We've kicked off, by the way. Apologies for the bit of a staggered start, but we've been waiting a while. Two teams have been hungry to get started, and off we are. So, interestingly, I thought for a moment Hulk was playing in goal there for a moment, but no, that's just Maldo. That's just the way he plays. He's never never too shy to get involved with the attacks from GK and support his DM by retaining possession. It's always good to see a player like him getting involved and making the team play not quite so predictable. They have a chance already, maybe Altidore changing his direction, but not quickly enough, and Piper Salvia, I should say, the goalkeeper of Smokin Aces, read that very well, but good show of intent already by fourth Echelon. Some of these teams you may also have recognised from these streams, playing in the HCL as part of Flame Hawks, Hulk and Maldo. So they've got plenty of chemistry together. And Altidore trying to just knock it back there. Doing a full 10-minute halves though. It may only be the pre-season cup, but finally it's a proper set piece. Both teams will be eager to get their season underway in a positive manner. It's not quite like the Super Cups at the start of Football League seasons, like the Community Shield or the UEFA Super Cup, nothing like that. Both these teams have had to get through 3 knockout phases to reach this stage. There's Rosbitter with a nice little touch there to get his team out of their own half. He's playing DM for Smokin Aces. We've been with FM for quite a while now, at least 4 or 5 years, I should say, for Rosbitter. Pretty much a mainstay. It began as almost entirely Polish setup, but at the moment he's the only representative from that country on the field. 2 Turks playing alongside him, and Jasko of Slovenia, or maybe Bosnia, depends what time of the day you ask him, I suppose, there. Aldo looking to reset the attack. That's good from Hulk, just slipping it through Rosbitter. Well, this could be interesting. Nilsson received the ball from Hulk there, and really it is fourth Echelon who are beginning to assert themselves more and more on the match, getting it up into their opponent's half and passing it around. Hulk being afforded a bit of space on occasion. They're having to defend a bit now. KS for Smokin Aces. Back now with the fourth Echelon. Can Hulk do this time? Well, Arthur will lay the ball off to him. He's bouncing it around the corner. He wants a bit of a feel for the ball, it seems, but it's gone towards him as Rosbiter tries to clear. Here comes the pass this time. Hulk looking to see if he'll throw it back, but just throws the ball towards the goal. Easy for Savi to deal with it in the end. Hulk again. With Rosbiter trying to push him all the way back, but he makes sure he keeps the territory for his team. Hulk not able to do anything with this time, but he's got another chance to try and slip it through. Altidore being blocked off receiving that by Yasko. Nice little bounce. In control, Nielsen just loses control of that pass for a little bit. Altidore, Hulk. And again. Nielsen, Salvia with the save. Always going to get to that shot. A bit concerning now for Smokin Aces, as they're struggling to get it clear. Maldo to redistribute. We're not seeing a bit of him. We were seeing him get involved practically defending in the first couple of minutes of the game, but now it's settled into a bit of a pattern with for Echelon on top. He's playing somewhat more conservatively. Hulk Nelson, oh, nice ideas coming there. We're not quite the perfect execution they were looking for, but good movement of the ball for small periods. Oh, that's not so great from Hulk. It's 2-on-2. KS really needs to get that perfect back to Rosbiter. I'm not sure he really had the angle to do it from the pass he was given. But chance now for Smokin Aces to generate something for themselves. They haven't really done to a great deal so far. Rosbiter, Maldo, this time no slouch, helping to clear his lines. He's not afraid to take the corners himself. Hulk knows where to cover him as well. This time he's in the attack, but poor decision there really. Yasko is onto that like a flash. I've got to pause. Big Bears pauses. KS is lagging apparently. You know what? I'd say it's a fair cop. It's just on to 110 for a bit. So in this day and age, you want a bit better ping than that. Still 0-0 though. Some better periods of possession from 4th Echelon, but they've not really been able to convert that into much of a clear-cut chance. We had that one in the 2nd minute where Altidore got the ball. Rather greedily, he looked to turn to the near post, but he didn't really turn quick enough. Could have played a pass in, but I don't think he was ever looking to do that. He just saw the opportunity to make Salvi look like a mug. But the only person looking like a mug at the end of that was him. But no matter, I'll have time to rectify that, I'm sure. Hulk just needs a bit more time to sort himself out. I do hope you're joking, Yasko. We don't have all night here. Smokin Aces, well, they've not really got the passing going quite as well. And I think that's partially to do with the way that Rosbiter's been playing. He's been pushing closer in towards the corner than Hulk has for most of the time. Just been looking to move it on quickly rather than hang back a little bit and look for spaces. And then to turn and pass, he's been trying to play in a more sort of instinctive and aggressive way. And a lot of the time that relies on the opponent's mistiming a kick or over enthusiastically flashing at something and hoping for a lucky rebound. It's not really happened. for them that way so far. Hulk and Maldo have been doing an excellent job of making sure their goal is safe and secure. R.I.P. Mustafa Kemal. Show your respect in the chat. Still KS lagging though, so we're waiting on him for us to resume. Maybe you could have had that smoke in the time we were waiting. Oh well. Live and learn, eh? Oh. Are we going to start? No. And off we go. KS, aka Kirai. Back in the game. We've not really seen style of play from him that led him to score 81 goals in the past couple of seasons. That player has not really been evident so far, but then again, his team haven't really been supplying him the chances for him to do that. Oh, he's still at 120. It's a bug. What kind of bug? Rosbito just wants to get on with it. So I'll have to cope on the 120 as best he can. So he flicks it forward and looking for Rosen Yasko to chase. As they want to do, getting in at close quarters. Ross in the corner this time with Yasko in the DM position, but again he's up there very close. He's looking to try and just hope the ball comes to it at a favourable angle to give it a good whack at a high speed. Maybe that'll work. Well, not this time. Back across the halfway line, and Hulk is there to get it down the line. He's been excellent at that so far, just beating his man on the wall and getting the ball secure in attack. Moldo, just let it go, but he was able to recover it. Nilsson, that was a good idea for Altidore at the back post. Didn't quite come off, but has a real chance there for fourth Echelon to get the opening goal. Really nice idea just to cut the ball back there, but Altidore wasn't quite in the inch perfect position that he needed to be to knock that ball in. 2 minutes to go first half, still 0-0. Fourth Echelon being, I'd say, the better of the two teams. Not really had the clear-cut chances to show for that superiority in terms of territory. Just that one back there that needed a bit better execution. Nilsson and Maldo. Maldo up the top wall. Can he see it go all the way? Yes. Good stuff from him again. Now he's going to orchestrate the attack himself while Hulk covers him. Maldo, his best hope was Rosbiter and Yasko just lasering it backwards. Didn't happen for them. A bit better from Smokin Aces than this last minute and a half though. In terms of at least keeping it. Rosbiter. Kirai just knocks it back behind him. It's hard really. He has to do a bit more work in terms of anticipating and trusting when he has time, when he doesn't. Oh, Altidore on that back post. Hulk for Nielsen, and it's just past him there. Oh, is that going to go in? I think it is. And he has scored. Well, look at that. Hulk went out and rushed for it, and the ball was on the wall. I don't think you can really blame Hulk for that. I don't think he could have expected the way that chance to pan out the way it did, but a goal a little bit against the run of play there, and Kiraya scored it from about halfway, winning on the wall. Hulk, well, I just thought he must have read the situation. It was like, there's no way we're going to lose that. And it did look a bit innocuous, to be fair. I didn't expect him to come through the ball in that position, but he did, and he scored. Goal left open, and Smokin Aces 1-0 up going into the second half. That caught us all off guard, didn't it? Now, pressure's on for 4th Echelon. They've probably been the slightly better team in terms of the overall way they've played and passed and retained possession in one territory. But now, they need to prove their advantage. Okay, Rai, great control in that corner.
Error.
And looking dangerous once more. And 4th Echelon, just lucky there that Yasko wasn't further up the pitch when that ball went across the face of goal. So they could have been 2-0 down in very short order, having conceded in the last 10 seconds of the first half. Nielsen, back to Hulk. Hulk trying to thread it through. And sometimes, especially for lesser defences and teams that aren't quite as well organised or have the same understanding, just a ball through the middle towards the goalkeeper can prove to be a bit problematic, as players aren't quite sure what to do, who to leave it for. The goalkeeper might get his clearance wrong and offer up a chance that way, but we've seen nothing of the sort from either defence in this game so far. Those searching, sort of hopeful balls toward the middle that have been played by Hulk basically when there's been nothing else on. No problem for Piper Savia to deal with. His team have just let it go through to him most of the time. Oh, Altidore trying to turn. A little bit quicker this time, but don't think there's ever really a shot on target on from there. That would have been even more surprising than the first goal if he managed to find the top corner. Yasko already taunting his opponents there with that little thumbs down as the ball gets cleared, and Smokin Aces get the ball in the opponent's half. 8 minutes to go. They lead 1-0. Altidore now towards that bottom post, and now they've got the attack again. And you wonder, does this change the way that Smokin Aces play? Are they going to switch to a style that leads them to want to retain possession in their opponent's half more? Or are they going to continue to play aggressively, tighten up the spaces? Shall see. If anything, I think Hulk's been playing slightly differently. He's been playing closer towards goal in the second half so far. Hulk trying to get it round for Hospital. A good piece of close control, but doesn't really get him in the air in the end. Altidore, Hospital stealing in there. Nielsen back to Hulk. Hulk through the middle. No. Oh, he's lost it this time. Is this a chance? Kirai Frosbiter coming in, and the angle of his run. I think that was a genuine chance there to make it 2-0. Kirai did pretty much everything right there just to force an angle out from the goalkeeper in that position, but Rosbiter just needed to be a little bit higher up to angle it into the bottom corner. Real chance for 2-0 as the ball was coughed up by Hulk. Now, ooh, Altidore trying to find Nielsen on the counter break. And they've got to be careful in transition as well of Smokin aces. Nielsen, ooh dear, Rosbiter again caught in no man's land, really defending. But Altidore in no real position in the end to capitalise. Here is Altidore, here's Nielsen, Altidore, ooh dear me. Could look towards the top post there, but look to try and cut it across goal. Yasko getting cheeky, making that crucial block more or less on his goal line. There's still plenty of time to be played, plenty of danger to be seen out, that the fourth echelon could potentially throw at them. Kirai though, yes! It's 2-0. And a bit of poor defending, sees the ball break to Kirai, who doubles his tally and doubles his team's lead. Wasn't going to be making any mistakes from that sort of position. And now it's going to be very difficult for fourth echelon to be coming back. Less than a quarter of the game to go. And it's the team who were in Division 1 last season. In mid-table, in Division 1 I should say, that are up by 2 goals. And looking at a much more positive end to the season than last term out. Well, starting the new campaign better than they ended the last one, so to speak. They had somewhat of a title challenge that might have been on with 5-6 games to go, but all petered out in the end for them. And a win here against a very strong looking newly promoted team in the pre-season cup. It's a good statement of intent from them, but they'll need to hold on to it still. 3.5 minutes to go. Can't get sloppy. There's Hulk and Altidore, 2 excellent attacking players that they'll need to be wary of, even as the time ticks towards that 20-minute mark. Here is Altidore now. Nielsen back to Hulk. Little slip back. Just gone beyond Altidore. Some of those passes beginning to be just that tiny bit wayward, which you can't really afford in high-level encounters like this. Got to be perfect. Hulk against Rosbiter, and this time Rosbiter's getting his way all the way down back, but that was good blocking in there by Nielsen. So they try to counter quickly, fourth echelon. Just over 2.5 minutes to go now. Nielsen. And Hulk tries to laser with him. I'm not really sure that was the right sort of idea. Might have put him off there. Nielsen was looking for that pass across to Altidore, which he couldn't find. Hulk. Altidore. Nielsen coming in, but Yasko with the block. Whenever he's been needed to get in the way, crucial periods of the game, he's done it. Part of that white wall, as fourth echelon yet to find a way through, and Kirai, can he slip this one under Maldo? Rosbiter will get there, and it's 3-0, and that should be game over and good night. Just making sure that bounced off the inside of the post there and gave the opportunity to Maldo, well, to Vros against Maldo, I should say, as the ball rolled across the goal line. Not really anything Maldo could have done. Just had to hope that Frostbite would have fluffed his lines there, but he didn't. Held his line well, forced it over, and well, they won't be pleased with this at all. Will 4th Echelon. They've had the majority of the territory in the possession. They've looked a bit slicker, moving the ball around, but it's just mistakes that have cost them. And that's what Div 1 FM is going to be like a lot of the time. It's about defensive mistakes and capitalising on them, being alert when they come. And defensive mistakes, we've hardly seen any really from Smokin Aces, and that's going to be 4-0, is it? Yes, it is. The coup de grace, as Frostbite now has 2. And okay, it's not very sporting, is it? At least finish the game. Oh dear. You know, when Spain played Italy in the 2012 Euro final, they didn't just walk off after Spain scored their 4th. They at least played it out. Poor show, Hulk. Poor show. So well done to the victors then. 4-0, I think we'll call that. Or 5 if you want to include that own goal, but yep. It's a case of defending well, taking chances, and you know, not getting too giddy, not losing your nerve after taking that lead, making important blocks. Well done to Yasko, I suppose, there for being there when his team needed him on a couple of occasions, and Kirai for being very, very sharp. He was excellent, having to play on higher ping. Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed watching that. Calm down, Pico. It's only pre-season. You have plenty more opportunities to please yourself when the real league gets going. I'm sure we'll all enjoy that as it happens. Hopefully I'll get to be there. Certainly we'll have our faithful streamer, I should say, Lyrico, broadcasting a few matches here and there as well. As I suppose I realise that that's all I've got to say for now, and I'll see you whenever there is a match. The league will start sometime this month, just to let you know, either this time next week or on the Sunday next week. So stay tuned. Good night, everyone.